Hi everyone, I'm Snegha from BComB. I'm here to explain the view of law of diminishing marginal utility. Let us see the meaning of law of diminishing marginal utility. Law of diminishing marginal utility can be defined as the consumer consuming more and more unit of same commodity where utility obtained from that commodity decrease. However, total utility of the consumer increase in decreasing rate. Let me tell this with a simple and yummy cupcake example. Assume that Ria has found 6 cupcakes in her refrigerator. She's a sweet thought. She decided to eat all of the cupcakes. She ate the first cupcake with delight and she was extremely satisfied consuming it. She then grabbed the second one, but the satisfaction level was slightly low. Then with each and every consecutive packet of cupcake, the satisfaction level of Ria goes on decreasing and reaches the point of satiety at point E. At this point, she was not deriving satisfaction from her consumption. At point F, we can see that the marginal utility becomes negative, indicating that Ria is getting a negative satisfaction from her consumption. Let me explain this with a simple graph. The concept of law of diminishing marginal utility can be well understood below, where we have plotted the marginal utility curve and lines on the above graph. The situation can be put in a tabular format like this. Assumptions of the law. The utility of a commodity depends on its own quantity rather than the quantities of the other commodities. There is no change in the price of the commodity and its substitute. There is no change in the taste, habits and fashion of the consumer. All units consumed by the consumer are same in all respects, which is same color, shape and taste, etc. It must be identical and homogeneous. Let me tell about the exceptions of the law of diminishing marginal utility. Marginal utility of money. This law is not applicable when the commodity consumed is money, since the marginal utility of money goes on increasing as the person earns and spends more and more of it. Habitual or addictive goods. When the consumer is obsessive about consuming a particular commodity such as alcohol or drugs, he will always want more of it. Change in consumer taste or preference. If the consumer's choice of commodity changes, the marginal utility will not be the same as it used to be previously for the consumer. Change in consumer's income. With the increasing consumer's income, he may consume more and more of the preferred commodity, leading to an increasing marginal utility. Limitations of the law. Utility is relative. The utility of the commodity can be never independent since it varies with the change in price or quantity of the complementary goods. Universally applicable. This law does not apply to all commodities since some commodities have an increasing marginal utility like addictive items like money, gifts, sports and collectible items, etc. Immeasurable in nature. The utility that is satisfaction, contentment, joy, happiness are generally considered to be as personal feelings, experience or emotions which cannot be practically measured in units. I hope that you are all clear about the law of diminishing marginal utility.